Today's a work day, gentlemen, and you know what that means? We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to work? I'm ready to work. Are you ready to work? If you are, then go out and prove it to me. Show me what you got.
Set! 70 Indy! Hike up! Let's go! 15 Lonnie! 15 Lonnie! Hut! Hut! Here we go! Set! Hey, Lobo! Ready! Ready! Ready, ready! Set, ready, and read. Signal!
Hey, you know what, guys? That was pretty dang good. And you know what gets me really excited? You haven't even reached the top of your potential yet. Not even close. Each and every one of you should take that as a challenge and see if you can find that next level.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Oakland Raiders. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Oakland Raiders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Throwing on first down. Flores being chased out left. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down now. It's Warren, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Double time, double time.
Back to throw. Flores. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Flores. And he's got Hireman. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw. Flores. It's caught. Here's Langford. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, QB, come on.
Here's 2nd and 8. Rolling to his right. And this is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
Let's get off the field.
To throw is Flores. On 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Gain on the play. And the Raiders.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Runs over it. Well, this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now Flores, off the play fake, steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Looking to throw. Flores. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen it. They'll run on first down. Warren. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Sliding out of the pocket. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Warren trying to run inside, but nothing there. Flores, off play action, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down. And here's Flores off the play fake. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I feel for some of these guys nowadays because it is so tough to be able to run with these tight ends. Their speed, their elusiveness, especially when they run across the field. Because you're not just running with him, you're trying to run through some traffic as well.
Keep playing hard. A gain on the play.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram able to record his 5th sack of the season. Flores now throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and breaks. To throw is Flores on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Off the play fake. Flores. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and 14. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Flores. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. Now Flores. Off play action. They'll roll him out right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. On 1st down, Warren. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Melvin Ingram able to record his 5th sack of the season. Flores throwing on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
2nd and 5.
Perfectly designed blitz right there.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jeff Hireman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
And here's Flores throwing on 1st down. In trouble, and he's taken down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. 2nd and 13. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Flores now. A final shot before break. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the visiting Chiefs who come in and get the victory on the road. A 10-point victory in the end. 24-14, the final. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. 24-7, the final. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Joe Flacco, a touchdown pass in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
To throw is Flores on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Sack, baby.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Flores. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. They give him a gain of 38.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Flores. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and now it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Flores. Going to throw again. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll run on first down. It's Warren. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Looking to throw. Flores forced out to his left. Buying time. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too.
Flores to throw from his end zone. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Casey Hayward with a sack on a well-timed corner blitz.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And here's Flores throwing on 3rd and long. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Flores now on first down, escaping the pressure right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. To throw is Flores. Looking to throw on second down. Wide open receiver complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now Flores on 3rd and 2. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Joey Bosa. On first down, Flores being chased out left. This is caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. The carry here for the big tight end. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary.
Flores throwing on first down. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And here's Flores to throw again. Flushed out right.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them. I think by now it's been demonstrated quite well in the NFL that mobility is an attribute. But when you couple it with accuracy, you've really got something going. Able to get outside the pocket and complete the pass.
Back to throw. Flores. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Chris Warren, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Flores now off the play fake, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to throw. And that is incomplete here.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Let's go. Let's go.
And now with 6. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Oakland, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know when Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it